We celebrated my birthday in Miami, my big 65th birthday.
You didn't have to tell everybody
I know,
that.
it's more like my 50th.
I was going to say 50th. It was
yeah.
a special one. It was 50th or something close to that anyway.
But they brought out, it was kind of like your surprise and the restaurant surprise, brought out this wonderful decadent molten lava cake. And I had that years ago when our friend Kathy Bidorf had us over for dinner and we made this cake. So I thought that would be the most awesome cake to do for this special 140th episode.
Yeah.
So it's fairly easy, as Kathy would say. So we are just going to start.
Everything always is easy.
I know.
It always looks that way, but the challenge, this is going to be a challenge at the end.
We're going to see how this
goes. Out
goes.
of the cups, but I'm getting way ahead of the game here, so let's start.
Okay, 1 cup of chocolate chips. I went online and
The whole stick?
The whole stick, and you can cut that into like 1.5, inch pieces as you put it in there. But I went online to get different recipes because I have been trying this a few different times. The very first time I made this, it turned out perfect. The very first one. Since then, I've had a couple of issues, but I'm trying to rectify that by doing some reading. Okay. Gary's going to put this in the microwave on high for 1 minute.
Okay. You continue.
So, some ways of kind of rectifying some of the issues that I had. You can come on back over here if you want.
Oh, you want me back in the picture? I can do this.
Was just some of the techniques that I use. While we're waiting for that to melt, I'm going to have Gary butter very generously 4 different ramekin cups. And now you can use a variety of different cups. These are 8-ounce cups. These are friend Kathy's cups. And these are a little bit easier to get out, I'm hoping. There's fluted cups, which are very pretty cups. You know, that you could use.
Have a better chance of maybe sticking to the side.
Exactly.
Yeah, smoother, maybe better.
And then we have just some other cups. And you want all of your cups to be able to go into the oven at least 400 or 450 degrees, depending on what recipe you use. And the recipe that we're using, it's at 400 degrees. So very, very generously grease
really
or,
get the
or
butter. Really
I'm gonna
get
grab
the butter.
chocolate
You grab
chips.
that. Yeah, and we have worked on this, as we said earlier in the show. It's quite challenging sometimes to remove the finished product out of these cups. So you want to put lots of butter on, and then we're going to lightly flour the cups as well.
You're going to take your whisk and just whisk the melted chocolate and butter. Some of the recipes, if you go online, they'll have much richer, more expensive chocolate. Some of the chocolate that you're going to use is going to be blocks of chocolate or different things that you're actually going to chop up. But this recipe, pretty simple.
Just chocolate chips?
Semi-sweet chocolate chips, 1 cup. Okay, and now Gary is going to lightly dust each of those dishes with flour.
Yeah, this is always a challenge for me too.
And that was one of the little things that I also learned was using flour, and the original recipe does not call for flour. So while he's doing this, I'm going to add a cup of powdered sugar. Bring these over here.
So we're going to flour these just like you would flour cake pans.
Yes. So just dump in your powdered sugar.
And just to get rid of this. Sorry, we're making a lot of noise, but sometimes dumping that
to
out.
whisk. This is going to get really stiff. Just keep whisking it. And I'm actually going to take your knife here and just get this out of the whisk. And then to this, we're going to add 3 whole eggs, and then 1 egg yolk. Why we do that, I don't know. We're just following the recipe.
You follow the recipe. You know, they've done testing in test kitchens.
Excuse me.
And we have been a test kitchen sometimes too.
Yeah. Okay.
As a
little trick, you just hit one of your eggs with the other. Throw that in our bowl there. And we're putting all the eggs in at the same time.
This is good. quite complicated here.
Is it getting kind of messy?
Well, yeah, messy. We got the camera going back and forth.
And then 1 egg yolk.
How are you doing, dear? I got my cups done.
I'm doing awesome. And you should have your ingredients at room temperature too. So we're going to put the yolk in, not the white. But don't throw your white away, because I actually freeze egg whites. And when I make my white wedding cake recipe, you only use whites.
Oh, that's right.
So sometimes I then have an issue with having all of these egg yolks. And I think I've made the sunshine cake.
And the egg yolks.
Maybe have I made that on our show? I can't remember.
I don't think we made that on the show.
Okay, so we're just going to keep mixing this until it's nice and smooth. But you can come back to that egg white. And if you only have 1 egg white, you could even make a little meringue out of it. Okay, 4 tablespoons of flour, and then a half a teaspoon of vanilla. And then we're just going to keep whisking until it's nice and smooth. And again, as I told you, I found some other recipes that are much more labor intensive, that you use your mixer and you have to get your eggs and sugar all foamy and all of that.
And then there's different temperatures of the oven too. Right?
Exactly. Okay, so Gary has our dishes all prepared.
Let's hope that they're properly dusted and buttered.
And you can make these in advance. So another little issue that I think I might have had was I had made these and we took them down to Madison to share with Megan and Paul. But I didn't. Well, that was a little messy. But I didn't bring them out of the refrigerator to room temperature. So I think that might have been why they didn't come out of their little dishes as well.
You want them at room temperature. They were a little too cool. They were too chilled coming out of the refrigerator. So in other words, the trick to get them out after they're finished baking is to have the batter at room temperature.
Right. I think that's one of them anyway. That's what I'm going to go with.
We're going to go with that. And I think somebody posted that as well. On one of the recipes?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So you want to try to have these divided up. And now these, as I said, are, I think, 8-inch bowls. You can use, 8-ounce bowls. You can use 6 ounce. If you use 4 ounce, then you're also going to not bake them as long.
Okay, because of the diameter.
Exactly. Not as much to bake, okay?
Right. Okay, let me wipe these up so they don't burn too much on the outside. Okay.
And then we are going to put them on a cookie sheet to go into the oven. These are going to bake at 400 degrees for 13 to 16 minutes. So there's a little bit of leeway in how you bake them. And I think another little issue we had with baking them at Megan and Paul's was that theirs was also a convection oven, and for whatever reason, they didn't turn out very well.
So obviously what we're talking about is time and temperature is critical in this process.
Because when they're done, you're going to have like a cake look on the top.
In the sides.
But it's in the sides. But right in the middle, it's still going to be soft enough. And that's going to be
the lava.
Exactly. So I'm just going to set these aside for a minute.
All right.
So here is the miracle. What do we call that? The mysterious dessert that's already baked here.
Yes.
And as you can see, this is another different dish that we use. So this is also an 8-ounce ramekin. Don't touch, they're very hot. Okay, we're going to let them set up for like 2 to 3 minutes. Okay.
We're going to let them set. We're just going to watch them crack.
Okay, so as you can see, they're like cake-like around the outside, but you can see that they're still like a little bit soft in the middle.
And
so we're hoping that that's going to be the trick this time.
So 2 minutes, you let them sit?
So about 2 to 3 minutes. And then I'm going to go around the outside a little bit. Oh,
all right.
but
Did you want a thinner blade knife?
No, that's going to be fine. Because while we're waiting for this, we're going to have a little bit of a garnish to kind of decorate your plate. So you can do
Can I do the caramel?
Sure. So you can do different things if you'd like. Some recipes say that you can do caramel. So you can just drizzle caramel. You can also drizzle chocolate. And this is actually a peppermint chocolate. So just take your spoon and you can just drizzle like that. Gary says he prefers to not. Did you say you prefer to not have the caramel?
Not to have the caramel, but I'm not sure why. I think it's probably because there's not enough of it to taste.
You know what we're going to do? And
it's
then
more for looks.
We're also just going to do chocolate and caramel.
Here we go. Do it together.
Okay.
Oh, I have one more to do over here.
And this is like a topping that I have actually used for cheesecakes, or you can use it for ice cream. If you have some kind of a ganache, you can use that too. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Here's the moment.
This is the moment. This is what we've been waiting for.
So I'm just going to go around a little bit here. And you know, when they haven't popped out very well, they're still amazing. You know, I mean,
we had guests here last Friday night at our house, and we tried this, and they kind of like the tops. After we flipped it, it like cracked open at the top. I guess that's what sometimes volcanoes do anyway. They crack open at the top, and the lava was just all over the plate. But it is delish, no matter how it looks.
And I feel very badly that Brett, our videographer, wasn't here for a wonderful take. So one of them that I tried to do fell out of my hand. It went all over the floor. It was a horrible disaster. Would have been the best outtake ever. Okay, so with hopefully not burning myself, we're going to flip it. Oh, I think it came out.
Now this is the key. Oh.
Perfect.
This is not an over-dramatization, folks. This is a miracle.
Oh, and then I have...
Look at that.
I have this little tweezers, tongs... That I wrapped in just paper. And then I put some rubber bands on there. And that was just another trick.
That was in case you need... Yeah, you can do it that way
another
too.
Little trick, okay. I think it's the videographers that are here.
I think so.
And they are...
It's our good luck. Good luck charm.
I cannot believe this.
Oh, believe it, honey.
Turned out
you need to believe it.
Oh my gosh, I am so excited. So then you can just garnish with a little bit of powdered sugar. And then we're going to put a scoop of ice cream on the side.
I'm not going to ice cream all of it. Just one?
You can ice cream that one, and then you can then put on this one, we're going to just put some ice cream on top, okay? Because you can garnish it different ways.
You can do it either way. Okay. All right.
This is so exciting. I mean, I am just unbelievably excited. Oh my gosh.
Okay now. You thought you were going to have to do this shoot all over again, didn't you?
I did. So now for the real taste.
Here we go.
So when they turn out right, this is a molten lava cake. So you're going to dig in.
You cut into it, and
the lava flows out.
There's your lava, folks.
So amazing.
That is perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
Look at that.
Oh, man. I think we finally...
did it, honey.
We did.
What do they say, third time's a charm?
I guess. So maybe it was being the 140th episode that did
That could have been. Could be it.
Could be. Mm-hmm. So right now we're thinking that we might be taking a little bit of a break from our cooking show.
Yeah.
Because we've been really busy with Eleanor. And our videographers are very busy because they like to go to Door County a lot and do summertime. You know how that goes. You don't want to be working all the time.
No, that's right. So,
but we're hoping in the future we're going to do some future episodes.
We'll have more episodes.
And we might be down at Eleanor's house, and you might say, hey, I'm going to get out my camera and see if I can do a little YouTube shoot.
We'll do that too. And get our little Eleanor maybe in there, pull up a little step stool, and have her get on the stool so she can.
How fun would that be?
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can do that too.
After 140 episodes of Cooking with Ruth and Gary, I hope you enjoyed this most amazing show today that we presented. So until next time, happy cooking.